hello. Back to our Mishnah. The first part of our Mishnah spoke about a case where the ox gored the cow. The unknown factor was whether the ox was responsible for the death of the calf or not. Scenario 2 is going to be the other way around, but the unknown factor will still be the same. V'ken para shenakha et hashor. So too in this case, this time it was a cow that killed an ox. In both cases, the Reisha and the Sefer, we know that before the event took place, the cow was pregnant. After the event, the baby is there. However, in the second case, the baby is still alive. So, the cow now killed an ox. The calf is now walking around next to its mummy. So the ox is dead, the mummy cow and the baby cow are alive and well. We don't know if before killing the ox, the cow gave birth to its baby, mishna kayada, or alternatively, if after killing the ox, it had its baby. Mishtalem, he must pay, or it will be paid, chetzi nezek min para, half damages from the cow, or a via nezek min havlad, quarter damages from the calf. Now this is a slightly more complicated case, so let's stay with it. To the owner of the ox, what difference should it make whether the cow that killed my ox was pregnant or not? Why would that make a difference? Yeah?
From a point of view of financially, he's paying the same. He's still paying half and a quarter, isn't he?
No, not exactly. Because don't forget here, it's not the owner of the ox paying for a dead calf. It's the owner of the ox claiming from the owner of the calf the value for the calf. So here's what the Mishnah really means. Here's how it would break down. In this case, what happens is the following. I had an ox worth 700, for example. Your cow, which yesterday we know was pregnant, your cow killed my ox, leaving me with a dead ox worth 100. What is the damage? This is the easy part.
60.
The damage is 600. Now, your cow was tam, so how much would I like to claim?
Half.
I will attempt to claim 300. However, there's a problem here. Remember, with a tam, the amount that the owner of the offending animal pays is limited by the value of the offending animal, which means the owner of the cow says, fair enough, the damage was 300, or rather the half damage is 300, but I'd love to pay you, but my cow is only worth 250. And because that's my limit of liability, I only pay you 250. I say, fair enough. But wait! Isn't there a baby calf? And actually, at the time your cow killed my ox, it wasn't worth 250. It was worth 300 because it had a calf in it. The calf did the action. It was part of the momentum that killed my ox. And it so happens, conveniently for me, that your calf is worth 50. So I say I should get the full 300. Because the offending assets, the mother and the calf together, were 300. The owner of the cow would respond, what? No. The baby had already been born. It wasn't a pregnant cow that killed your ox. It was the mother of a new baby cow. That mother on her own was worth 250. The calf is irrelevant. It had already been born. It was walking around somewhere else, eating grass and having a great time. Because cows can do that once on the day of their birth. Therefore, I only owe you 250. What do we agree on? Both the owner of the ox and the owner of the calf agree that at least 250 is owed. However, there is another 50. That other 50 is in dispute. The owner of the calf would say the calf had already been born, that 50 you get 0% of. The owner of the ox would say, no, the calf had not yet been born and therefore I get 50% of its value. We meet halfway. What is that halfway mark between 50% and 0%? 25%. And that's what it means when it says quarter of the calf, meaning the total amount that the owner of the ox would get in this case is 275, because he gets the full 250 plus half of the disputed amount, making 275. Any questions on that?
No.
No.
Okay.
I do.
Yes.
Why isn't a quarter of the calf is you paying half of the calf?
Because it's not really half of the calf, it's half of the amount they're arguing over. The wording of the Mishnah is complicated there, and they do that to keep the wording consistently between the Reisha, or the first half, and the Sefer, or the second half. But what it actually means is half of the disputed amount, which in your classic example would be 25%, or 25, right? But what it really means is half the disputed amount. The principle here is we always split the disputed amount. Now here's where the Gemara is going to go. Here's our sneak preview to the Gemara. The Gemara is going to deal with the following. We're looking at a case of money that's in doubt. I claim you owe me this 50, you claim you don't owe me the 50, and there's no way of me proving my point or you proving yours. According to the author of our Mishnah, what do you do in such a case? Well, I claim you owe, you claim you don't, I don't have proof and you don't have proof.
Meet halfway.
You meet halfway. The author of our Mishnah claims you meet halfway. And that is what the Gemara is going to take issue with. Should you meet halfway? Meaning if I come to you and say, hey, you're wearing my pair of shoes, give them back. And you say, no, they're not your pair of shoes. And we argue, would any court in its right mind say that ultimately you should get one shoe and I should get the other? Surely they'd say, if you want to take that guy's shoes, prove that they belong to you. So the Gemara is going to look at why the author of our Mishnah doesn't say, whatever you're claiming you need to prove, but rather says, split the disputed amount 50-50. Hold it there.